Hello, chismosas y chismosos, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. We are at part 2 of the Christine Falling case. As a reminder, topics may be triggering. Viewer and listener discretion is very strongly advised. The people mentioned are innocent until proven guilty in court. Just 3 days after Jeffrey's mysterious death, Christine got another babysitting gig with the parents of Joseph Spring, who needed their son to be looked after so they could attend Jeffrey Davis's funeral. Just a few hours went by and Joseph began to cry, as all babies and kids do. Christine started hallucinating, and the voices in her head started telling her to unalive the baby so that he would stop making loud sounds. Christine grabbed a blanket and suffocated him. Again, the coroner was left puzzled as to why a seemingly healthy young boy would suddenly die and theorized that it was due to a viral infection. In July of 1981, Christine moved to Perry, Florida, and began to look after a 77-year-old man named Wilbur Swindle. The man would be dead after Christine's first day of employment. Christine smothered Mr. Swindle to death. By the fall of 1981, she reunited with her stepsister, Geneva Daniel, who at the time had a daughter who was only 8 months old. They decided to go on a girls' shopping trip, and on their way back home, Geneva stopped at the store to pick up some diapers. Geneva would later come to regret leaving her baby with her aunt in the car while she went into the store. Christine had a low stress threshold, and when the baby's cries began to annoy her, she grabbed the fuzzy blanket, pressed it over the baby's mouth until she stopped crying. The unsuspecting mom came back with diapers she would sadly not need anymore. When Geneva got back to the car, she found her stepsister holding her dead baby in her arms. She stopped breathing, Christine told her. Doctors attributed the baby's death to SIDS, aka sudden infant death syndrome. In 1982, the Coleman family hired Christine to babysit their 10-week-old baby boy named Travis. The baby would also die in her care, and at this time, the medical examiner would rule this homicide's cause of death as strangulation. Around the same time, Christine's sins were eating her alive, and as a trauma response, her hypochondriac issues came back with a vengeance. She took herself to the hospital and demanded the doctors give her a definite diagnosis. Christine told the doctors that she believed she had some kind of virus that she was passing along to the kids so that they would die, and that's what caused all of this. And no, Christine, the virus was you, the killer virus, a real life Llorona virus. As the doctors continued to explain that there was nothing physically wrong with her, she told them that they needed to call the police because she had something to tell them. Now that she had the attention of the authorities, she began to explain that she unalived the babies by, quote, smotheration, unquote. When asked why she would do such a thing, she simply flat out said that she was just doing what the voices in her head were telling her to do. Christine said, and I quote, I don't know why I done what I done. The way I done it, I seen it done on TV shows. I had my own way though, simple and easy. No one would hear them scream, unquote. When Christine Falling finally faced the consequences of her own actions in court, she pled guilty to killing Cassidy Johnson, baby girl Daniels, and Travis Coleman. In December of 1982, her confession saved her from getting the death penalty, and she was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole in 25 years. However, her chance of parole was taken away for bad behavior while in prison in 2006 and again in November of 2017. When first sentenced, she was serving her life sentence at the Miami, Florida Homestead Prison Complex. As of this recording, she's at the Lowell Correctional Institution in Ocala, Florida, where she belongs. We've reached the end of today's episode over at Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. Thank you so much for coming down the rabbit hole where I currently live. Stay tuned for the next episode on the next case. Make sure to follow me on socials. You can find my full episodes of all of these videos on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I'm also on YouTube at Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. If you like my content, do me a solid and rate my show wherever you listen. As always, I accept and respect your opinions. I welcome all comments, questions, case suggestions. Call me, beat me at yayareahousewife@gmail.com. I'll see you chismosas y chismosos in the next. Adios.